Thank you, Ms. Judith, for joining us this evening for our interview. I am Cheryl. To my left is Chloe, and to my right is Nathan, and at the back here is Kaden.
Hi everyone.
We are here to talk about the topic of fairness in siblings.
Okay.
Right. So, for the first question, Nathan.
Uh, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I do have.
Well, how many siblings do you have?
How many siblings I have? Please don't be surprised. I have 4 brothers and 5 sisters, and I'm the 10th in the family.
Wow,
So
that's a
it's
lot.
yes, there's a big family. Yes.
So, you think
Do you think that the house chores is equally?
Equally, what do you mean? Like equally delegate for each and everybody in the house?
Yeah.
I don't. Mm, it, it's. I don't say it's complicated because my siblings are like much older than me. Like my elder brother is like around his 50 something now. So the age gap between me and him, there are, when it comes to like house chores, it's always the last kid in the family who have to do things, like the eldest like, you do lah, mother asked you to do this, but actually my mom would ask them, but they pass the job to me, like, to have someone to throw all the chores. So I have to do. I cannot say no, I cannot say, but yeah, but I don't say it's fair or unfair, it's just, it is how it is. Yes.
so your parents, your older siblings will pass down their chores that they're supposed to do to you, and you are going and you will do it.
I do it with stomping my feet first. But yeah, for me I don't want to see, like, things hanging around. So I have to do it. Like, I'm that freak person that have to see all the clean stuff. So I have to do it. If nobody does it, I have to do it.
Uh,
Yes.
so do you feel satisfied in doing it?
Yes.
Very satisfied.
Because you see, I don't like to have, mess, dust or whatever. So I have to clean. I'm not saying that I'm OCD or something, but sometimes we just want to have a clean space. So nobody's doing it, someone has to do it. Yes.
So you mentioned that it was not fair or unfair. So do you think it's more fair or more unfair for them to pass down all
It's
the
not fair because supposedly it was their job, but I don't want to like bicker. I don't like fight. So yeah, I just like, okay lah, I do it lah. But sometimes I will get around them, like ask them to buy me things or something. Yeah,
so benefits by doing like
that is the benefit of being the last in the family. Yes.
okay, so I'm gonna picture a situation for you here. So let's say for example, I have a little brother, and if I do more chores than him, but he gets more, but we get the same amount of pocket money. Do you think that's fair?
No,
No.
no. In working world as well, it's unfair. So if you do more than him and you guys get the same amount of pocket money, so you have to tell your parents, like, hey, this is unfair. Like, I'm doing 10 chores, he's doing 3, but we get the same thing. Like, there should be a line there. There should be, you know, um, I should say like a borderline where this kind of chores requires this amount of X of money, that kind of chores, something like that. So Whether you like it or not, you have to tell. You have to like say it like this is not fair, because when you grow up, become adult, and it it still happens. So you have to say it so that you will not feel hurt inside, because it affects you emotionally as well. Yeah.
But you said that we should tell the adults, right?
Mhm.
So did you tell the adults when your chores were being passed down by your older siblings?
Yes.
You did tell.
Oh, because I like to pop a lot, so I I will tell like this is not fair, man. Like, why do I have to do this? Why they watch TV while I I wash the dishes or something like that. So it but you have to be like diplomatic to the adults. So instead of like being angry to them, just like why do I have to do this? You question
Question.
is, but don't be rude to your parents or whatnot. So you have to like, why is he watching TV while I'm doing like 10 chores after dinner? Like I have to wash, I have to clean, and yeah, so those kind of thing, it will spark a conversation. I am not sure like for my parents, they will like, you do it lah, it's your job. But for me, I will question it like why. But in the end, for me, is I just like to avoid conflict. I will do it, but someone will get it after that. Yes, don't do this at home, children.
Yeah. So you mentioned you are like
The
the last,
youngest,
yeah,
yes.
So do you think age plays a very big role in like the amount of child distributed? It definitely plays a role, but does it play a big role? Is that a big difference?
There's a huge difference, I should say, because when I was like you guys' age, um, I I did a lot of housework. The reason being is like for me to practice, so that when I'm like this, I grow up. It's for me, it's just like, oh, I done this before, so yeah, I get used to it. So the age gap, yeah, it's like a training ground for me to do chores. Yes. So that is the reason, one of the reason also for my siblings like, oh, you should practice to do housework. Yes.
Do you think that the same age siblings should do the same amount of chores?
It depends on your ability. Like, okay, for example, I give you a situation. If your if your your sink where you wash all the dishes is like higher than you and you are shorter, how can you do your housework?
Oh, like that.
So you have to like delegate. I do this, you do that, because okay, my daughter is 12 years old. Okay, she's taller now, but when she was like shorter, she cannot wash the dishes. So she delegate with her cousin, like she will wipe the table, like all her levels, and then when and she thought she's like growing up, so she can keep all the plates and whatnot, all those kind of things, because sometimes you cannot ask small kids to like wipe the knives, all the sharp things. So you have to be smart. Okay, I'm taller, I can do this. You're shorter, you have to do like this. You're like, you cannot touch sharp things, sharp objects or glasses. Let me do it. You do something else like sweeping. It is like delegate your housework.
So it to you does it depend like whether if they are tall enough or if they are strong enough to do the things?
Yes, yes, because you see, chores sometimes it's very hard. Okay, I understand. Like for you, for example, very small, so you have to know your ability. Okay, I know how to sweep. You said, okay, you sweep the floor. I can't wash the dishes because maybe the you are short. So you have to like know your ability. It's fair. So that, okay, so that you guys will also practice how to delegate stuff.
Mm. So you So based on the statement just now, so do you think that people with different abilities should have different jobs that are fit to their abilities so that it is fair?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, I see it that way because I practice like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you think that do you think that how you did chores in your original household benefited you?
Yes, a lot. Like it made me like who I am now. Yeah, instead of like, wait and sit around, watch TV and do nothing. So it practice your hands. So when you see things like lying around or dishes that is not washed, so you know what to do. So instead of like your mother, hey, wash the dishes lah. So you know it's automatically. When you see something's like on the floor, you pick it up. So it prac- it makes you alert. It makes you be like a decent citizen of Malaysia.
Mm. Mm. So you said that you will build. So you think you will build responsibility, as in, if you see something wrong, you will go and change it. So instead of being, instead of being
Yeah.
lazy. Yeah.
Yes. It builds a sense of responsibility in you because this is how my siblings, my parents, they instill in me. So, for example, like there are times that we are lazy. I understand. Like I was your age, I like to play a lot. Like I don't want to do housework, but they were like, okay, if you do this, okay, I will buy you something. But at the same time, it makes you think that the the, the clothes are not folded, so I have to fold it because I don't like to see all the piles of clothes lying around. Or there's the dustbins. There's a lot of trash inside, so I have to take it out because there's fly around. So those kind of thing makes your alert you makes you alert. So yeah, it kind of built you up.
Mm.
Among the siblings, do
Mm.
you get less food or the same amount of food?
Oh, interesting. We all get the same food, but I like to. When I was your age, I don't eat a lot because all I can think is like play and play and play, watch cartoon, play, watch cartoon. So
Mm.
to answer your question, we do get same amount of food, same amount of attention from our parents. Parents, like, yeah.
Do you, do you think it's fair that you get the same amount of attention, even though, like, let's say your other siblings did less work?
For me, okay, my situation is different because, like I told you, the age gap.
Yeah.
So when I was your age and my siblings are like Sylvester's age, like that, so they have their own life. During that time, they go to work, they study abroad. So, like for me, the younger one, I get a lot of attention. Yeah, because I stayed with my parents, so all the attention to me. The rest is like already out of the house. They have their own lives, so that is the different situation. Rather than like for, I'm not sure about you guys, but that is how I grew up.
It's a very interesting situation. So, like, the age gap is very, very big.
Very, yes. The eldest is like 50 years old right now, 50 plus. Yeah, so
So, 10,
it's
20 years. Age
yes.
gap,
So sometimes they think my brother is my father, but yeah, something like that. So it's different situation.
yeah. Mm. So, let me give you another situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, when do you think? So, this is about academic abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's say I have a brother,
Mm-hmm.
and when he was my age,
Mm-hmm.
when he's my age right now, he doesn't go to all these tuitions that I go to and put in the same amount of work I do, but he still gets the same or more amount of benefits. Do you think that's fair?
What do you mean, like he's having the benefit?
Benefit is he gets, like, when I was my age, he gets the same amount of money I get, the same amount like food.
Okay. So for academic part, so like for example, you you went for tuition, but your brother does not go to tuition like that.
Yeah, but he is let's say he is like the same age I was. But when I was that age, I went to a lot of tuition, but he didn't. So do you think that's fair?
Um, it for me it depends because okay, like you said, you go to tuition, he doesn't, but he gets the fair share amount of what you get. So probably there's a reason why he doesn't go, and there's a reason why you go. So it yes.
Are you the always the last one to get anything from your parents?
Because I'm the last one, so I always get the used item from my brothers and sisters.
Oh, so you mean like they use water bottles and stuff like that?
Or water bottles, no. Water bottles, if it is past expiry, water bottles they have expiry dates, and they don't have no. But clothes, yes, clothes, games. So I always get hand
You
me
mean like
downs.
toys and then
Yes.
clothes that they don't want anymore? They just pass it down to you.
Yeah, because when I grew up, like I told you guys just now, they are like much older than me. So all the stuff that they have, it's given to me. It's either we discard it because it's too old, or the things that I can use will be given to me. So it's very economical because we are not well off during that time. So yeah, so I receive a lot of hand me downs, not only from my siblings, but from other families as well. Yeah.
How did you feel when you were having the hand me down?
How I feel because that time, like I said, all I can think of is play, watch TV. I don't have that, I don't have like, oh, why I have the old things and whatnot. I just feel content. It's like, oh, okay, as long as I have these toys. But the sad thing about me when growing up, I don't have friends to play. I play alone. I play with my imaginary friends.
Who
Yeah.
are your imaginary friends?
I forgot their names.
You think it's you? Do your brothers play with each other?
I think when they were my age, they play with each other. But because, like I told you, age gap, I play alone.
Oh.
Yeah, I play alone. I play with my dogs. I play with like my imaginary friends. So yeah, that is how I.
So all your toys are second-handed, right?
Yes,
Do you think it's fair that you get second-handed things?
it's fair or not fair. Okay, like I told you just now, I feel content that I have things to play with, even though it's a second hand, as long as it still works. But if those thing doesn't work and you give it to me, I will be very very angry. Yeah, but no, my parents were like, okay, they have like a box full of toys. They will check first whether I can play it or not, whether it's like already torn or what. So we separate things. But usually I don't play with toys. I just play outside with dirts and grasshoppers, those kind of things. Yeah, because I live like a semi-jungle area before, so I play in the jungle. Mhm. So when it comes like being fair or not fair, it depends on you how you see it, how you receive it. Okay, if I give you a second-hand book, story book, it's either you want to be happy about it or not happy.
But then, what if you ever get second-handed books? Sometimes do you find the books like having a torn page or something?
Yes, because I bought a lot of second-hand books. I like to have, before this I like to read. Now I don't like to read. I don't know why. But when I receive like those kind of torn books, you know what I do? Cycle. Yeah, because what is the point of having torn books, torn pages and whatnot? You cannot read it.
Wait, so is it like you write on it?
I write on my books
The torn pages.
or the torn pages. What do you mean? Storybooks, is it?
Yeah.
I usually like gather all the torn like ugly books and just send it away for recycle.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't keep bad books. Yeah.
So do you think in a way it teaches you how to make the most out of your situation?
Yes. So you have to, like I said, it depends on you yourself. Whether you want it, you don't want it, it depends on you. Yeah.
Okay, so you say it depends on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
If, okay, so it's just how you see fairness is how you think the fairness is very broad. The concept of fairness, it's based on your abilities. It's based on your age. Yeah, and then yeah. So is that your view of fairness? It all depends.
It all depends in the situation, like how are you going to react, how do you feel about it. If you feel that it's very wrong, your heart tells you that it's wrong, then it's wrong. But if you think that, okay, I can work around this, I don't want to have conflict, I don't want to like talk a lot, so yeah, you just do it. But if it feels bad, so you have to say it.
Speak up.
You have to speak up. Doesn't matter, like, whether it's among your siblings, among your friends, among the adults. You have to like to at least say it, because you don't know what will be the outcome. Yeah. So you have to acknowledge it. You have to like give awareness to people, like, hey, this is not right. Hey, this is not good. Or whether, hey, this is good idea. We should do it again. For example, chores. If your plan works out, okay, next time we do it this way. You wash the dishes, I keep the dishes. So those kind of things you have to like clear out. Yeah.
So it's not to speak up, right? Well, what happens if we speak up is they still like deny? They'll say that you are the youngest one, you should do everything.
I experienced that a lot. So for me, like I told you guys, so um to avoid those kind of things, you just do it. You just do it. Yeah. I don't say suck it up, just do it, but for the sake of you want to finish the chores and don't want to listen to naggings and stuff.
You think just keep sulking is a good way?
Sulking?
Just keep it in your heart. Like,
No. It's either you write in a diary lah.
But
Yeah.
did you have a diary at that time?
I have. I write a lot. I have tons of diaries.
Was it second-handed?
No, I wrote my diary in my exercise book, and yeah, and then once I outgrown, I just burn it. Yeah,
But so the diary was like a form of escape.
a form of saying it, and it's actually practice for your creative writing as well. Yeah, so it's a form of you expressing yourself when you cannot say it in words.
Right. So thank you, Ms. Judy, for joining us
You're
today. We have a little gift for you. Miss Chloe, can you take it?
Oh wow!
Thank you. These are some magazines for you.
I
Yeah.
think Chloe, Kaden, you got questions, right? That you have to ask.
I like questions.
I think he has two questions.
Oh wow! Okay. I don't buy.
He's saying,
Are you the most busiest kid in your family?
Busiest kid in the family. I'm the laziest.
wait, but then I thought you were the one who were doing all the household at that time.
The laziest will have to think of ways to finish the chores.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you were the laziest, but then you still did the most house chores.
Yes.
Did your brothers help you with any of the house chores?
Yes. Sometimes, if I if I couldn't do it, but usually I will think of the most efficient way to finish all my chores in like half an hour.
How do you feel when they help you do the chores?
I feel satisfied. Like, yeah, it's your job. You have to help me. Something like that. Yes, I feel happy.
Mm. Very, that's like a very nice feeling when they help you.
Yeah, it's a good feeling that someone helped you when to finish your chores and whatnot.
Chloe, you got a question?
Any questions?
Any question? Sorry.
Outside of siblings topic also can.
Really?
Or I don't know, it depends on Mr. Sylvester.
Chloe,
Sorry,
the question that you prepared? You said a question, right? Just ask the question, come.
Do you think chores is good?
Chores is good. Like I told you guys just now, it um it can build your character. So it can practice your hands as well. Like I always um advise my daughter, like it helps your hand to know what to do. What to do next? To sweep the floor, to wash the dishes, to fold the clothes, even though she fold the clothes like I don't know how she fold it, but at least you practice your coordination, your motor skills, everything. So then when you become like me, you grow up, so you know what to do instead of you sitting waiting for people to, give you orders. I don't really like for people to give me orders. So when I get the chance to do work, yes, I will do it. But like I said, I'm lazy, so I'm always think of ways, the efficient ways to finish all my chores. So chores is a good thing. It makes your parents happy as well.
Yeah. You think your daughter is okay at doing more chores or less chores?
I give her a fair amount of chores. Like for example, when I'm in the kitchen, when I, for example, I'm cooking, so she will help me to keep all the dishes and then wipe the tables and then prepare, set the tables as well. So yeah, doesn't matter as long as she can do it.
Do you give her any pocket money?
Yes.
Do you think it's a fair amount with all the house chores she's doing?
Sometimes, for example, I ask, okay, if you help me sweep the floor, I give you 5 ringgit. Sweep the floor, the whole house, 5 ringgit.
That's a reasonable.
Yes. Keep the dishes will be a different. It depends on how many money I have. If I don't have money, okay, next you can claim next month.
You mean like interest?
No. Oh my god. No. So I will. It's either from like monetary side, or I will just treat her with going to get some food. Her favorite is McDonald's. So yeah, it depends.
Oh, so like if you cannot get the money to her, right?
Mm.
So like you can change it, like buy her favorite food
Yes.
and like take her to a restaurant or something
Take
like
her
that.
to, yeah, because she likes to eat like me, so I know where to bring her. Yes.
Okay, so thank you for joining us
You're
again.
welcome.
So I'm gonna summarize what fairness is to you. So fairness to you is something that it depends. So it depends on the ability and everything. Is that right?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the Mandarin.
Wow, thank you so much, guys.
Okay, thank you, team. We'll take a short break here and we'll be back in a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready? You can leave that on the table. Okay. Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. We have here Emma. Emma will be asking me a few questions about equality. Enjoy. Emma? Hmm? Sorry?
My parents.
Uh-huh. I'm not sure, but I think Mr. Zai did forward. You forward link out to parents, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
So hello, my name is Emma, and today I'm going to talk about age difference, gender equality, and all in fairness.
Mm-hmm.
So, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so the first question I'll be asking today is that I do know that you have siblings. Is that
Mm.
correct?
Yes.
So does all of your siblings and you,
Mhm.
who does the most chores in in time?
Who does the most chores?
Yeah, like the most work that who does like the most work?
I think my brother is Sebastian. I've only got one brother. I think he does more chores than me. I'm the lazier one. I'm better at escaping chores, so he does more chores. And also, he's more into I don't know. I think when he was younger, he used to enjoy chores more.
He likes like doing chores.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then does your parents like treat you differently from your brother?
Yes, I think so.
How do they treat him like that?
A good example will be when I was a teenager, when I was 15 or 16 years old. If there's any school activity, I will have to find my own way home, right? I'll have to take public transport, or I'll have to wait for my. We've got specific pickup times because that's when my dad is able to pick us up. Yeah, so I will have to follow that schedule or find my own way home. But when Sebastian was a teenager and I can drive, my mom made me go down to pick him up. So I have to conform to his schedule, so which I thought was not fair lah.
What do you like? What do you think about like this? Do you have any what would you say to this kind of treating from your parents?
What would I say? At that time, I opposed. I told my mom, hey, that's not fair. I mean, you said you want to turn us into independent adults, right? So that's why I have to take my own public transport. I have to make my own way home with public transport. So we also want Sebastian to be independent. So you should also make Sebastian take public transport. You agree, right?
Yeah, so you're saying that your parents tell you and call you to pick up your brother instead of him going home by himself.
Yes. And when I opposed, my mom said, okay, you sure? You want to oppose? Okay, give me the car keys. Grounded. Okay, never mind. I'll pick up my brother.
What about your father's opinion on this?
My father did not have the luxury to make this decision because he would usually be at work. Okay, he would usually be at work. But my brother was home, and no, but my mom would be the one instructing me to go and pick up lah. So this conversation was between myself and my mom.
Yeah, okay. So you don't think it's fair,
Yep.
and do you have like other problems of this?
Other problems? Not really. I think.
Okay, so let's switch to another topic.
Mhm.
So, how important do you think fairness is, or something?
Fairness, I think it's very important, but the issue is also fairness is pretty subjective, right? Yeah, so that's the tough part. But when I was before I became a parent,
Your parents?
yes, I've got 3 children.
Oh. I did.
Why,
I didn't know.
why are you also shocked?
I
Chloe don't know me? I've got 3 children. So now that I'm a parent, fairness is very,
hard.
yes, because there's no hard and fast rules.
Yeah.
If I give everyone the same amount of rice, it's also not right and not fair.
Yeah.
But if I give everyone the same amount of, if I spend the same amount of money on all 3 of my children, sometimes it's also not fair because, like sometimes baby toys are more expensive than, like
Yeah.
toys, yeah. So if I spend the same amount that I spend on my older children on the little baby, then the baby might walk away with a very
Heavy heart.
a lousier toy or a cheaper toy,
Yeah.
or a simpler toy. So it becomes more complicated when I'm a parent.
Do you like receive complaints from your children about like, oh, it's not fair or something like that?
Yes, Emma, are you the oldest or the youngest, or what's your order in your family?
My older is my brother, and the middle is my sister, and I'm the youngest.
Okay. So do you realize that the expectation is they should always give in to you?
Yeah, I think they should. Because when I was like 4 or 5, they kept telling me, oh, go get me tissues, go help me do something.
Mhm.
But okay, I didn't have any problem to that. But to my parents, I think it's kind of unfair.
Mhm.
There was this one time when we went to a trip.
Mhm.
My mother and father brought a 800 like ringgit Malaysian dollars, 800 worth, and I only got like a 80 worth only. So I talked to my parents about it, and they said it's because your siblings are much more older than you.
Yeah, and they need more lah, right?
Yeah.
And also I think maybe as a younger child, there's also probably less things for you to buy.
Yeah.
That is their justification, but you feel it's not fair, right?
Yeah,
You
for-
should have
For
equal amounts.
example, your sister buys a 800 worth headphones,
Mhm.
and you ask your dad that you want to buy another one
Uh-huh.
for just $100, but your dad doesn't. He just says, "No, you're too young for this.
Mhm.
You won't be able to get headphones, and you can't do like anything you want with those."
Uh-huh.
And I don't even know what music you're listening to.
Uh-huh.
He
So
doesn't-
he feels
yeah.
it's not justified to spend 100 ringgit on headphones for you lah, but it's okay to spend 800 for headphones for your sister.
Yeah, but the fact is that every single time when my brother asks for something, hey dad, this is really good. You should buy it.
And he gets it.
Yeah, and he gets it. My sister says, Dad, I want this, please. He says, okay. And then when I ask my dad, can I buy this like $126 Lego? No, you can't. That's too big. Okay. So I
Okay, anyways, I did not expect this because I was going on the train of thought that I think in a lot of Asian families, Chinese families especially, the older sibling always have to give in to the younger siblings. Agree? Right? So if we were siblings and we are quarreling, it is expected that I should concede to you, I should let you win, or I should not fight back, or I should give in, right? Which is, in my view, not fair lah. But now as
my brother doesn't.
but now as a parent, you ask me whether I get any complaints from the children.
Yeah.
Those are the complaints I get,
Or like,
especially now.
having something.
Nope. My eldest son will tell me, Dad, why always I cannot. Sean can hit me, but I cannot hit Sean. Or why? This is my toy, and then Sean always want what I want. Why must I give it to her, to him? You know, why is it that he must give it? I also get the complaint. But then at the same time, Sean also says the same thing. Why? Coco always get the good stuff, and I don't get the good stuff. But I did not give Coco the good stuff. Coco just so happened to be playing with the good stuff. So
Yeah, that's like the same thing.
yeah.
But we will going to move forward to this.
Mhm.
Do you like know any countries with these kind of problems, like those kind of gender equality about?
Like among siblings,
No, not among siblings. Like gender equality can like
gender equality,
yeah, it can be in siblings.
men
can
and
be-
women.
Yeah,
I think anyway with men and women, we will have gender equality challenges and issues.
yes. So do you know?
Do you know any countries that have any serious cases or fascinating solutions for gender equality?
Yeah, I think in like some countries like Africa, India and China, they appear to say that men are supposed to go outside and work, but women need to stay home and do house chores. But some other also say that men are more suitable in work, and for some examples, they need to go, for example, pilot. Being a pilot, you need to be a man or something.
Really?
Yeah, but like I'm just saying that there's like a few percent chance that women are
There's not as many
Yeah.
female pilots.
like
Lah.
you don't see many.
Yeah,
in
that's
some
true.
Other.
That's true. We used to get. I remember pre-MCO when my parents come back from a trip. There are times that they would go, "Hey, just now we had a lady pilot, lady captain piloting the plane, and the landing was really good." You know, like they will make a comment like if it's a lady pilot, but if it's not a lady pilot and the landing was good, they wouldn't say, "Oh, there's a lady pilot." They say, "Oh, just the landing was good. It was very
Yeah.
smooth." You know, it was just the landing was smooth. It's not like, "Oh, it was a man who was flying a plane and then the landing was smooth." But if it was a lady, they would highlight the fact that it was a lady flying the plane and the landing was good. Yeah, you're right.
But
There's
for
not as
men,
common.
for men, they wouldn't say anything,
Yeah.
right? Because like that's like they're fascinated about a female can do
Flying, yeah.
flight very well, and also for others, for nurses, you don't usually see male nurses, right?
I think now they are very common already.
Yeah.
Nursing schools are pretty gender diverse. I think that there are men and women in nursing school now.
Okay.
But probably before, when I was young, it was weird to hear, you know, like if you were a boy and you said that you wanted to become a nurse, then people go like, "Hey, you boy lah, how you sure you want to become how to become nurse? You're a boy, okay?" Yeah, but now
It's kind of common
getting
now.
more common.
Yeah, but like I don't usually see like male nurses.
That's true. That's true. Visually, we still see more female nurses.
Yeah, but they sometimes when we like search up nurses or like you want example of a nurse, they usually show female.
Female nurse, correct?
And for the other, what do you think about gender equality?
What do you mean?
Like for example, what do you like think about it? Do you think it's like annoying because people are making these kind of problems or something?
I think we are caught in a crossroad. Maybe not your generation, but I feel my generation is caught at a crossroad because we came from we still grow up seeing some of our parents. Mommy would stay home to take care of the house,
Yeah.
and dad would go out to work. Okay, so the boys and the girls of my generation grew up with still quite a substantial part of their idea is household chores and household responsibilities is the task of the mother, and earning for the family is the task of the father, right? But then my generation, my friends, most of us are dual career households. So, like myself, I work and my wife work as well. So because we both work, I cannot have that view that everything at home is her responsibility.
Yeah.
Because if I think that way, then everything at home is her responsibility, but then she's also going out to work. So when can she find time to complete the responsibilities at home?
Your children have to like do it.
Emma, my son is 6.
Your son is
Yeah,
sick.
my oldest son is 6. My second boy is 4.
Your
How?
oldest is 6.
Yeah. So how are they gonna help me in my house chores? They can help with some basic
What
chores.
about your relatives and your like grandmother? Or no, not your grandmother, your mother.
You mean to help me with my house chores?
No, not to help you with your house, like take care of your children, like a babysitter.
Yeah, well, they do help me, help support us, taking care of the children during weekends and when I have to work and I can't care for them. But then now we are discussing whose responsibility and when should that person complete the house chores, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
But
so husband and wife both working, we have to share responsibilities lah. So I think for us, it's still our generation. For some couples, it is still a cause of abrasion and tension in the family because some of us are still stuck in the old mindset where the men come home and they feel maybe ayo, I just finished work, I'm so tired, I don't do any household chores, and after all, it's not my job, it's the lady's job. But then the lady also just came home from work and she's also tired.
because if you blame the whole thing on the female, your wife, she'll just think it's also unfair.
Yeah, because she's also working, right? I'm
Yeah.
also working. Yeah.
So, you
So
feel like
that is the challenge lah, that we grew up seeing something different, and now we are adults and we are living something different. But for me, it's quite usual because both my parents work, so it was not my mom's job to take care of the
yeah.
home. We all have to chip in lah, if not the house will be.
Okay, so just now what I said about like India, China, and more about the gender equality. What do you think they can do to solve this problem?
I don't know.
Like you can pull out everything that you're going to say and say anything you want.
Yeah, but I still don't know because we don't know why is it that they are facing this equality issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not sure why they're facing it, and if we don't know the cause, then it's not fair for us to sort of suggest a solution.
judge them.
Yes, without truly knowing what is going on lah. Like if maybe some families are not facing the same issue that we are facing. Like we grew up thinking that taking care of the baby is the mother's job, and then end up mother also working, daddy also working. So if mother work and take care of baby, how late? When is the mother going to rest?
Yeah. What is
Ah.
it? So if you have like when you say you don't know how to to judge them because you don't know their background or something, if you had like a country that you're like 你是管的, you're like in charge of it, if people, your citizens, are having this kind of problem, what would you like do to solve this?
What would I do to solve this? Thank you. Actually, in some Nordic countries, like Sweden and all that,
Yeah.
do you know now in Malaysia, if you are a woman and you give birth, it is your basic right to receive. It was 2 months, I think it's changed to 3 months of maternity leave, okay, for you to recuperate from giving birth, right, and also to take care of your child for the first 3 months. In these Nordic countries, there's not only a maternity leave, there's also a paternity leave. So the father can also choose to take time off work to take care of their baby.
Yeah, so they have their own like responsibility and their own choices.
So that is a way where the government can sort of empower men and remind them that
You're not
you
the only one who does.
correct, like the baby did not appear just out of out of the woman's doing. You know?
Yeah.
It takes two parties to tango. So it will empower fathers to be more active in fathering, and at the same time also continue to support mothers who are taking care of the children.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be
Um,
something that
mhm.
governments can do lah.
Okay.
But for the record, Malaysia got. Now, if your wife give birth, the husband I think, is entitled to 5 days paternity leave to sort of
Okay.
help with the transition.
What do I think about? What do you like about fairness?
I don't know whether I like fairness.
You don't-
Depends on which side I'm on.
It depends on like what situation you are in.
Yes.
For example,
If I am on the side where I am my rights are being infringed upon, like I am the one being treated unfairly, okay, I will want fairness. But if I am if I'm the one that is being given the extra treatment and you are the one that's being treated unfairly, so it's between the two of us,
yeah.
and I get the good treatment and you're not receiving that, I may or may not want fairness. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Because you're the one who's being like
Who's enjoying?
like pampered.
Yeah.
And, okay. What does your brother think of this? Like, when you say, was he in the situation when you told your mom it's unfair?
Yeah, he knows it quite well.
What did he say?
And he is good at being my little brother. Like sometimes when he gets in trouble, he will go, I need help. Okay. I wouldn't say that's not fair, but when I'm in trouble, I wouldn't go, boss, I need help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like helping each other.
Yeah. But then he knows how to flex his little brothership
Yeah.
and use that to his advantage.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know. I think we get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
we use that
Okay.
after a while.
So. mm,
What about you?
Huh?
What about you? We come from very different perspective. I'm the elder sibling that always have to give in to the younger one, and I always sometimes view younger siblings with that.
I don't.
troublemakers.
I don't really. Sometimes in the car, my sister and brother always talk about this. They say, "Why can't my sister be a boy? Like I want a little brother, not a little sister." So that's kind of weird, right? From my view to my siblings, I feel like they don't even have any relationship anymore. Like I know my brother does help me, my sister also does help me, and
How
sometimes
many years apart are you guys?
my sister is older than me 4 years apart. My brother is 5 years. My brother sometimes when he's in a bad mood, he doesn't want to talk. For example, when he's playing with his friends, voice calling, and I'm at the back and just watching him play, he's like, "Hiya, why you here? Go there. Mommy cooking, you help lah." And he's like, "Go away, go away." Okay.
Sounds. I think I can relate to him.
Yeah, I okay, I relate to that because if you're playing and someone is watching you, you feel like
Yeah, someone's
someone
watching you.
and you just like feel really insecure. Okay,
Yeah.
I can relate to that. But when my sister, sometimes when she's in a bad mood, she doesn't want to talk to me. When I say, "Hey sis, you know what?" She just say, walk away." Like I know that I have the feeling she's annoyed by me
Uh-huh.
for talking to her at the first time in the week, and
Uh-huh.
she's just like, just walk away.
Emma, I hope it makes you feel better, but Sebastian and I, we are 5 years apart. We used to quarrel until I left for university. Yeah, we used to quarrel until we left for university. Uh, and then after I left for university, somehow we became better friends.
More brother.
Yeah, more brotherly after I left for university. Then I finished university, I came back, and there was 1 year where I think he's studying from 6, and I was still here. And we were getting along quite well. And just as we were about to get like really close, he left for university. Yeah, so probably I think things are heading for the better lah in the future lah. Huh?
So
Just be
why-
patient and let the relationship grow.
Yeah, just like brotherly love and like the relationship. For me, I don't think my brother is really close to me. I don't even know what his favorite food is. I don't even know what his favorite food. Only thing I know that he likes money Thai. I only think of that. I don't know what about him anymore.
That's
When-
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
when he's in a bad mood, he doesn't want to talk to me. But when he like tries to flex off his games, he's just like, Emma, come, you see, I got this, okay, this.
So he's only very friend with you when he wants to flex lah.
Yeah.
Because he needs someone to flex to ma.
He just wants someone to say, oh my gosh, wow, you have that, I want it. He's like it, and then he shows me this video. There's a game called Valorant,
Mhm.
and then it's skins and stuff, right? Show to me, Emma, I'm gonna buy this. Okay. Wow, that's very beautiful. Sometimes when he's about to buy something, Emma, do you feel like I should buy this? I say, sometimes when I see that thing, I'm kind of bored of it because he likes gold, black, red, like all the stuff, and I say, that's kind of boring, don't you think? Then he say,
How
yeah,
does he take to the idea?
yeah, he just every single time he chooses that kind of stuff, and then he tells me, "Aya, you don't know anything about style." I just leave him alone. Right?
Do you think there's equality in your family?
I think age difference, yes, but gender equality, no, no gender equality.
So you would say in your family it would be better to be more beneficial to be a boy or a girl?
Actually, my parents don't give any hint of that.
So actually it's quite fair and square lah, whether you're a boy or a girl lah.
Yeah, but in my family, sometimes we all complain about chores.
So it's equally, everyone's equally unhappy about chores lah.
Yeah, sometimes when my mom say, Toby, go take out, that's my brother, Toby, go take out the trash, and then he say, but yesterday I already do it. Like, you just like go for this. My sister would say, oh, I already did like the housework yesterday. Can I like rest for 1 more week? My mom would just say, no, Emma already did this. For the someone who does like the most chores in our family, I'm not really sure either. It's just my mom. But for the most, I think it's me. My brother doesn't. For the game stuff, My sister.
So actually you feel that your brother don't actually need to do a lot of chores lah.
No,
Very
I
little
feel
chores.
it's very, very, very unfair. Like
Although he also complained about chores, but he's
Like,
not responsible for a
he
lot of chores.
he doesn't know that like he does the less chores, like the lesser chores, like we do more than him, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't know about that. My brother, sometimes my mom, when when we're inside, my sister is scared of her because when my mom, whenever she sees someone,
How can we summarize your outlook on equality and
gender equality. For gender equality, for my likes and side of it, sorry, I'm talking too much about that. Honestly, I don't even have like I don't have interest in searching it or something, but I do like hear a lot in this generation. They create a lot of genders, so I
A lot of genders.
a lot of genders. Like they have a, you can be male, you can be female, whatever you want. Okay, you do what you want. But I'm also kind of confused. In the centuries, like you're a man or woman. Okay, you're a man and a woman. It's okay now. You're confirmed to be a man and a woman. But now they say, no, you can be a man. If you are a woman, you can be a man, and if you are a man, you can be a woman. That is
Do you
quite
agree with this or you disagree with this or
I
you're not
think-
sure?
I think I'm disagreeing with this because it can't say that. For example, you're born with a female, and then
Do you
see,
think
yeah.
as we become more, as society becomes more gender fluid, right?
Yeah.
And the male can become female, female can become male.
Yeah.
Do you think this idea of gender equality will slowly
I think you will
disappear, melt away?
No, I think it will keep evolving and evolving and evolving.
That's very interesting.
And they say that it's true, but I actually don't think it's true because there's already two genders and we turn into so much that we don't even know about in the first place.
Good. Can you sum up the session?
Sum up the session that so what you think about this is about to end. What you think about fairness is about the situation first, and in your being conversation and more in the situation like what you think about your ex like you said earlier.
So I will. I want to be in a situation before I can evaluate how fair the situation is, lah. Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, correct. I agree with that.
And anyways, what can I talk about then?
Is that all, Emma?
No, let me like search for something. Yeah, I might
Okay.
miss something.
Then after that we can call it a night. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can summarize and we can call it a night.
So what about gender equality for you is did you say gender equality at all? You keep saying I was like I'm confused because you keep saying I don't know.
Yeah, actually there are a lot. Like you said, there are a lot of things that it's evolving. So it's very unclear. It's
We
not
don't even know
black and
like
white.
when it ends. We don't know the future at all. But
Yeah, it's very unknown now. It's very volatile and unknown.
I am
So I
glad
actually
that
don't
I am not like the only one who has like sibling problems.
know. And I think don't worry about it too much. Don't think too. Don't get too down over your relationship with your elder siblings. I am sure as soon as they leave for school, it will improve.
I will be my siblings and we also like look for each other, but they don't look for me that much. For example, do you have like this kind of problem when you're playing something and they want to join you? Like for representing as an the eldest brother. Let me ask you if this is annoying or not. When you're playing something with
Emma?
your
Can we keep this discussion for another time?
no, I'm saying no. It's
Alright.
not. It's not about like social. It's about
Okay.
like, what do you think about it when your parents like tell you that about like gender equality and stuff. They tell you about do they tell you this and they say for you don't be a nurse or something that females do or something. They say you can be a doctor or something like that.
I don't think so. I don't think my parents ever said anything like that.
Have you ever like met someone having this kind of like problems?
Yes, but I feel that this is a discussion for another day. Huh?
Yeah.
So we've covered a lot already today. I think considering
Okay, we're done to
progress, yeah. So I think we should call this a night lah tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another time we can revisit this discussion.
I think I overdid it.
It's okay, not bad. Okay. So I think
And this is
we should call it a night. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us. Goodbye.